Hi guys, it's Vanessa. Today, I have two things that I want to talk about. One is when I spoke with my mentor last week, I was saying, the thing about, a pottery business or a tumbler business that is different from some other businesses is that everything that you're creating takes time. So somebody gets a hold of me today and says, this is the kind of tumbler that I want. This is the name that I want on it. This is the size that I want. It's going to take a week and a half before that is ready to ship out. And that's if I can start it today. Same thing with pottery. You make a piece of pottery, you have to dry it very slowly and evenly. You have to put the handle on, let's say it's a mug, you have to put the handle on at a certain time, let the whole thing dry out. It takes time to fire it so that it's bisqued. You glaze it, you fire it again. It's a whole process. So something that I've been thinking about, I'm brainstorming this for myself, but I would say would be a good idea for other people that are also trying to start a tumbler business, is think of something else that will fill in the gaps. So right now, masks are a big seller. If you have heat transfer vinyl and a Cricut, you could whip out 50 face masks and put different nursing things or teachers, something like that. You can get the very soft elastic, it's very like fuzzy almost, for the face masks from Amazon in a big roll. It comes with the pieces that can go over the nose. I actually found a pattern online that I was able to print with my Cricut for the fitted ones, not just the crinkly ones that pull on your ears, but the ones that have full coverage and are reversible. Well, not reversible, but double layer. And I've been making those for my son for when he starts school. But I made one for my sister-in-law who's a teacher, and I made one for a coworker. So those are something that it takes about 15 minutes to bust out a mask. So you could do 4 in an hour, and if you're selling them for $5 a piece, that's cool. You can get fabric for pretty inexpensive. You could sell them in batches, but that's something that you could whip out in 15 minutes and sell, versus just something that, having a store or a business where every single thing that you sell takes at least a week and a half. There's a lot of other things. You could make earrings. You could do, it's helpful to think of something that is quick that you could do for people. You could offer, custom decals, because it's going to take you no time at all, especially if somebody sends you a design, to make an SVG out of it and make a label, weed it, stick it on some transfer tape, and throw it in the mail. I had an old coworker get a hold of me last week and say, hey, can you make these labels for my my egg holders? She has chickens at her house and lots of eggs. And I said, yeah, sure. So that's one of those things that, depending on how much work and time you're going to put into, I gave her a deal because she's somebody that I know, but you can make a decent amount of money selling decals too, and those have a very quick turnaround. That kind of thing is something that is an instant for the most part. It might take you 10 minutes to do it. So it's definitely helpful to think outside the box. Something else that I was thinking of was, we're going into the holiday season. I saw somebody who made like a bath bomb type powder, and like put it in little zipper bags and put that on their Etsy store. You could do, some sort of dried flowers, put essential oils on them, make different blends of those, make little, essential oil potpourri, I guess you could say, and put those in little bags and sell those on your store. So you are selling things that are going to make you a quick turnaround, that don't cost that much, but are pretty meaningful. They make good gifts, and they fill in the gaps for the days where you've got, 10 turners going and no money, because you're making these tumblers already for, a custom order, or they've already been paid for. They're special orders, or you've got some, like I did a couple cool ones this week that are just going to be ready to ship for my Etsy store. The other thing that I want to say today is that I want to bring like a personal lesson that I was reminded of today. and relate it to having a small business. So something in my day today that I was reminded of is that if you are too nice, people are most of the time going to take advantage of you. So translating that into business, I have seen that happen before. But it's one of those things where there's a difference between somebody who does a craft, just for fun, and somebody says to you, hey, can you make me one of those? There's a difference between that and when you're doing it to earn a living and somebody says, hey, can you make me a couple of those? And they expect them for free. It's one thing that if you want to make and give somebody something, that's great. I've done that a lot in this process. But at the same time, let's say I gave a coworker a cup. They're not going to turn around and be like, oh, hey, can you make one for this person, this person, this person in my family? They could ask, but you have to be able to say, this is my business. This is how much it costs. I will make a custom listing for my Etsy store and you can ring out that way. Just let me know what you want on it. It's okay because there aren't any other situations that I can think of where people are so easily going to try to take advantage of you, and not on purpose. People aren't being, dicks. They're, for the most part, some people are, trust me. But, if you go to a store, let's say you go to TJ Maxx and you're walking around, you're not just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to take this mug. I really like it. I'm sure it's not a problem. No. So people shouldn't be able to come to you and say, hey, I saw that you made a couple t-shirts and had them on your Etsy store. I've known you for a really long time. Could you make me one? Yeah, sure. $20 or, whatever. It's one thing if you want to deliver something to somebody instead of shipping it, if they live in your town. But just realize that if you're too nice, people are going to, and I'm not trying to pigeonhole, this is just where I'm at today. If you're too nice, people are going to take advantage of you. And there may be people, while they're taking advantage of you, they're smiling in your face and saying how wonderful you are, and they're still screwing you. So as far as a small business is concerned, you're putting a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of, I spend a lot of time watching other people's videos and researching and looking into different ideas for things that I can make, whether it's pottery or tumblers or, this other thing that I'm thinking about getting involved in to kind of fill in my gaps. It's your business, and just realize that not even on purpose, but people are going to possibly take advantage if you're too nice. And that's something that I have to work on, is being a good businesswoman. And in retrospect, in the situation where I got bit in the ass that I was reminded of today, it was because I was too nice. And I assume that everyone is going to be genuine like me, and I assume that everyone else is going to be honest and just decent, and not everybody is. And so just keep that in mind. Watch out for yourself, because it's your business, and so you're protecting your bottom line, your reputation, your money, your business, when it's okay to say no, is basically what I'm saying. So I'm going to try to do an update every other day as far as, a new topic related to starting a small business, or once I get my new venture kind of organized, I will probably announce that. But I hope everybody's doing great today. I hope that your small business is growing. I hope that exciting things are happening for you, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.